Hi there and welcome to Edinburgh's Ocean Terminal. We're down at the AMP3 store today and we're going to have a look at two products, the Archos 5 and the Archos 7, the latest Gen 6 products as they're known from Archos. As you can see, they've changed the design of the players in the Generation 6 product quite radically, and it now is, without a shadow of doubt, the best looking product Archos have ever made. Continues to do what Archos have always done well, display movies. If you're traveling, this is a perfect travel companion. In addition to that though, they have huge storage capacities. We'll come on to that in a second. So let's have a look at the features of the new Archos products. As you can probably guess from the cost, from the size of the memory, they have a staggering amount of features. We're going to touch on them now. First off, you can use it as an internet tablet. So it is Wi-Fi compatible, and you can connect it to your Wi-Fi and browse the web. Screen sizes, you have two choices. There's a 4.8-inch screen, as you see on the Archos 5, or the 7-inch screen, as you see here in the Archos 7. Hard drives come in a multitude of sizes, right up to 320 gigs. That is a staggering amount of movies. Now with Archos, you also have a huge range of plugins available. And this can be everything from the TV tuner option right through to the DVR dock, which allows you obviously to then record TV directly onto your Archos. Very useful, very clever and very well done. The interface, even you've got EPG in some of the options, really well thought out. There are also streaming and online shops built into the player that allow you to access more content for the unit. Also, Archos have used a state-of-the-art processor to make the user interface, the touchscreen, really fast. You can literally whiz around the interface in the unit very quickly, going between functions and features. It transfers between them very quickly, stopping, fast-forwarding films, coming out of it, going into music. It does very quickly. There's none of the lag of the kind of timers that you've had in the past. So video, the Archos plays quite a lot of formats. Most formats that it doesn't play are actually available as plugins at cost through the Archos site though, which is quite handy. As you can see, the screen though is great. There's very little movement blur. The screen's big, it's clear, it's bright, it's vibrant, it's very easy to see. You can imagine sitting on a plane, watching this quite happily. Capacities, as we've already touched upon, go from 60 gig right through to 320 gig. That is pretty much going to let you store your entire movie collection, I'd have thought, unless you have a ridiculously large collection. So having a look at the battery life on the two players, the Archos 7 will actually play back video for 10 hours and music for 22. Whereas the little Archos 5, you get video playback for 7 hours, which is still really good for a video player. So looking at sound, Archos were one of the first players obviously in the market, and they have got pretty good sound. I mean, it's capped a bit by kind of health and safety limitations and EU regulations, but by and large the sound off the player is very good. Well-rounded, and for movies it's ideal. It records audio using the built-in mic, and the playback's actually quite good from that, or you can plug in one of the associated peripherals. So usability, Archos have gone from having, in the past, reasonably confusing and not that straightforward user interfaces, to quite simply having some of the most straightforward, best looking user interfaces in the business. It just essentially does exactly what it says on the screen, which is very easy to get around. And the player, usability wise, is superb. The touchscreen's very responsive, there's good battery life with it, it's very quick to navigate, as we've touched upon, with using this very fast processor from function to function. Really the only thing that lets it down is the occasional need to download or buy a plugin to access either a specific file type or a specific function that's not come on the player natively. So in conclusion then, it should become quite apparent that actually these Archos players are technological masterpieces. So advanced, so easy to use, and so easy to adopt into your life. Yep, the only probably annoyance is that not all the functionality is accessible straight out the box. There are plugins, add-ons that you may need to buy, but in Archos' defense, a lot of that is often down to the fact that some of these plugins need licenses and therefore would add to the cost of the unit. From that point of view, it will let you access the core functionality of the player at the cheapest cost they can get it out at, which has to be good for the consumer. Now, if you look at memory size, there's nothing really on the market that can touch it, going up to 320 gig memory on board. That is a huge amount, more than most laptops. Yet you can carry around, in the case of the Archos 7, yeah, maybe you couldn't fit it quite in your jean pocket, but it's not far off, and really have to be the ultimate traveling companion. To see how well PMP has done the portable media player, look at Archos. They're a shining example of this. Okay, so let's have a look at the scores. Value, 7 out of 10. They really are cutting edge of what's possible, but Archos' policy of pay for plugins means that unlocking all of the functionality can end up being quite expensive. Features, 10 out of 10. All of the features in there work brilliantly, and it has things in there that you'd never have thought of. It's a brilliant, quite simply superb holiday companion, or even main media device for your home. It's that powerful. Design, 9 out of 10. Beautiful cases, packing in a lovely user interface, which is fantastic to use. They are a little heavy, but that's more due to the hardware and packaging it safely in an all-metal case. Audio, 6 out of 10. Not really the Archos Forte. Limited file support and reasonably weak headphone output. Actual quality is fine though. You get the impression that Archos really concentrate on these as video and internet devices, which is more the point of them. Video, 9 out of 10. It would easily have been a 10. The problem is though the pesky plugin issue. As it comes in the box, the file support is quite limited. Paying extra to use all of the functionality of a player doesn't rest easy with us at AMP3. Overall then, 8 out of 10. It's a very focused media player with internet tablet capability. Brilliant at what it does. It doesn't mean that it's right for everyone though. It can be quite large, although that's balanced out by the server-sized storage. It loses marks for the plugin issue as well. Thanks for watching AMP3 TV, and check out the website for more information on the Archos Generation 6.